Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, everybody. Good morning.
Welcome to Coffee and Conversations. We are so excited to be with you again this lovely morning. I am Alicia Richardson, broker owner of AMR Elite Realtors LLC, and I am with
Juanita Wiki Kennedy, associate broker with AMR Elite LLC.
and we have
I'm
go ahead,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
And I'm Mashawna Perry with Making Moves Happen Realty in Charlotte, North Carolina, broker owner, as well as realtor with AMR Elite Realtors LLC. And now, who do we have today as our guest, Alicia?
She got all this excitement going on this morning. I'm telling you.
You know what? But he's gonna kill me. Mr. Aaron, what's your last name?
Lake,
All
Lake.
right.
All right. So we got Mr. Aaron Lake from ADT Security with us this morning.
Yes, welcome.
You know
I'm
what?
glad to be
I'm
on.
telling you, I was so excited to see him on the screen and so excited to have him here with us. I mean, we always supply such great information, and I think this is the first time we have had ADT or any type of security company on our Coffee and Conversations. So
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
so much for being here this morning, sir. So I want you to
I
reintroduce
appreciate you guys
yourself.
having me on.
Yes. I do want you to reintroduce yourself, and then can you tell us how long you've been in the business and what are some of the things that you like about your company, ADT?
For sure. So again, my name's Aaron Lake. I work over at Secure 24 ADT. That is the largest authorized dealer for ADT. A lot of people, they don't know ADT has 300 different authorized dealers.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So if you get in, what people don't know is sometimes like realtors, they get blown up by a lot of different ADT people. And once they actually have a closing, and they don't realize that it's just not like one big company, like all of us in one building, and like you're getting called from 7 different people in the same days, different people in different companies. But
Okay.
but anyhow, I work for the largest authorized dealer for ADT. And so I've been here for about 2 years now. My first year, this actually was my first sales job that I ever got into. Um,
Nice.
and
Oh, your first sales job.
yeah, it was.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I was in school. I graduated. We're based out in St. Louis, Missouri, but I went to school and at UMSL University and got my bachelor's degree. After I got my bachelor's degree, I was also pursuing a career in mixed martial arts. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That's like the
I
cage
do.
fighting.
I
Okay,
do.
yeah,
My son is interested in MMA. Yes.
you should do
Oh,
it.
wow.
You should do it. Did he
Oh,
wrestle?
he did do it a little bit, and yeah, he broke his toe, and it slowed
That's
him
that's
down a
that's,
bit.
that's a small injury though. You
All
can go,
right.
you can go
Well,
through
seemed
broken
to
toes. But it's funny. My mom didn't never watched any of my fights. She would come, she would be there to support, and every time I would fight, she would get up and walk away. Win,
yeah,
lose, or draw. She didn't want to see none of it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can
So,
understand that.
Yeah,
My mom wants to watch that.
it's
yeah,
brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal. I told
it
him I
can
would be
be.
hanging on the cage. Saying,
But
Wow.
I pursued a career in mixed martial arts. Unfortunately, that didn't go the way that I wanted that to go. So then that's when I went ahead and I, got my first, I guess, kind of big job. And, this was my sales job here at Secure 24 ADT. Within my first year, I was able to become a top producer. A lot of work,
All right.
yeah, I
all right.
appreciate it. I
That's
appreciate it.
all right.
It was mixed martial arts actually helped me, to be honest with you, just the discipline and everything that it takes. I realized a lot of people are
Mhm.
lazy, and there's something that mixed martial arts allowed me to show me, the discipline that I had to have, and I just applied a lot of those things, over to this. But
Yeah.
so
That's
yeah, I've been here
good.
for 2 years, became a top producer in my first year, and you said what was the thing that I think I like most about the company is just talking to the different people that I get to talk to. When I'm talking to the realtors, building those relationships with the realtors, actually getting to know the people, even though we may be 100 miles away. I got people who I can call, and I'm talking to them like we're friends. We've been knowing each other for 5 or 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And also, even talking with clients, it's so exciting to hear when someone's buying a new home. I remember me and my fiance now, we actually just bought our, we bought our first home last year, and how excited we were. And when I'm
Right.
talking with the clients, it's just hearing them, the excitement. Like when I asked them, is your first home or this or that? And the excitement, and they get to tell me, I'm going to do this with the home. I'm going to put this out. Some people go crazy. I'm get a pool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
you
home
also do.
ownership brings about a whole wealth of things, and we're also excited too. I mean, we're right at the
For our
table
clients, yeah.
when they actually do it. So, and if we can provide any level of security for them,
That's
you
a
know, with
plus.
them accessing your services, that's definitely a plus and a win, because that's very important to a person that's purchasing a home. They want the home, but they also want to be secure in the home.
Right.
So I think that's really, really paramount when, you know, even if it's like one young lady is trying to buy a home now that I've been working with, and that's all she wants is places that have like security. You know, she wants to be able to, you know, drive through security first and then go to her home. And I understand that.
Like
You
a
know,
gated community.
yeah, she wants a gated
Yeah.
community.
You got some money.
Yeah, well,
Right.
yeah, exactly. And guess what? And she told me that there's no price that she would put on having that security. So I
I
was
get
like,
it.
wow, you know,
100%.
when she said that to me, I was like, you know, I've never thought about it like that. You
A
know?
lot of people don't. A lot of people don't think about that, and that's why ADT is. That's like why I guess I'm so excited to have that aspect for buyers to know that this is something they need to also consider and think about, because they don't.
Right, right.
But
So
people
when
don't.
someone is shopping for a security system, what are the basic must-haves or types of equipment that you would recommend, including the doorbell?
Right.
So the basic equipment. So truth be told, when I actually would not tell people. I mean, not tell them. I mean, if you want a doorbell camera, obviously get one. But for just basic equipment, what I would recommend to people a lot of times is make sure you get that the touchscreen control panel. To control your actual system. That's how you arm and disarm it. You want to make sure all of your exterior doors are covered. So have magnetic contacts on all of those doors. And by exterior doors, I mean all of the doors that lead to outside. It's like the front door, back door. If you got one down in the basement that leads to outside, make sure that's covered. I also like to tell clients, be sure to have like their garage. Like if you have a connecting garage, have that door covered too. Um, then you want to have either what ADT does. We actually don't. We use a motion detector instead of like window sensors. Some people think that window sensors is a must, and they're really not. So, like to kind of explain that, if someone's actually breaking in your home, if you have a window sensor on your window, and let's say for in order for that window sensor to trigger your alarm, it has to be disconnected, meaning that an intruder would have to like raise your window and then to set off the alarm. But I mean, we all know that if somebody's breaking in your home, they're not going to raise no window; they're going to break it.
They
So
break
that's
it,
where
yeah.
that's where that motion detector would catch any object coming through the actual window, or even just the glass breaking to trigger your alarm. So you want to be sure to have some type of motion detector. You also want which is very essential that people don't think about. You want to have like the window decals, and you want to have the yard signs too.
It's a deterrent, yeah.
Exactly, just so that
Yeah.
people will see it and like, okay, I'm not probably going to break in this house.
Right, right.
But
So
just so
you
people
mentioned the
know,
garage. Is there a sensor for the garage as well?
like for the garage door, the actual like
Yeah,
garage door. Yeah, they have
yeah.
sensors for those too. But I actually was talking about just the door that's connecting to the
The
home and the
house.
garage.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
That door right there. But yeah, we have
I've never
sensors for the
seen one.
garage too.
Yeah, they got it for the garage. I think if I'm not mistaken, ADT has the system where you know when the garage door is open or when it's closed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Oh, like the refrigerator
you
doors
know,
open, it
yeah.
beeps.
Yeah,
It
and it
says,
So,
says
hey,
door open. You can
oh,
have that turned off too. Yeah, it'll be like front door open or back door open.
it'll
Yeah.
keep
But
telling you until you close it. Is it that type system?
it'll let you know if it's open or closed.
Yeah, it'll let you know up front. So yeah, so that's good to know about that door leading to the garage as well. But now I know that there's all this new technology and everything coming out, and some of our clients who are in the new age with AI and everything, they want all the bells and whistles. So you tell us about some of these newer features and the top of the line home security systems for our savvy buyers.
Yeah, for sure. So I like top of the line packages, our video and home automation package. That actually is our top selling package. So I don't know if people know, but ADT did a partnership with Google Nest. So all of our products are Google Nest products. So if you have any Google Nest any Google Nest product, it will be compatible with your system. So
Oh,
if you have
okay.
like a Google Nest thermostat, if you just have like a Google Nest hub,
Oh yeah.
any type of Google Nest camera, whether you get it from ADT or not, it will be compatible with the system. So also another a great feature is ADT does have like their own app. So you have the ADT app. With the ADT app, you're able to arm and disarm your system as long as you have Wi-Fi on your phone. So you could be literally across states and make sure you could. Let's say you forgot to secure your home, or let's say you got a family member that's going to your home, you will be able to disarm it before they even get there and arm it back without you
Right.
even being there.
Mhm.
And another great feature is this a feature we have called our geo fencing system. So on the app, you're able to like draw out kind of like you would pretty much mark like your territory, meaning like you would put a circle around your home. And let's say you're bagging out of the driveway, you get 15 miles away from your home. Once you get outside that like territory, you'll get an alert on your phone, meaning that if you forgot to arm your system, you would be notified right then and there. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
a lot of different, yeah, it's a lot of great things that the ADT has, for the people who are really into the tech savvy and into all the automation and things along those lines.
When you say geothermal, my first thought was, you know how you look at the spy movies or they're robbing something and they got all these lasers and you got to go through all the lasers to
That's
get
what
to
I
the
thought too.
jewel. You guys
That's what
have
I
that too?
that's kind of how that's how the motion detector works. So
Right,
the motion
right.
detector works like that for sure. And the motion detector is pet friendly. So if but it has to be smaller than I believe 80 pounds. So I mean if you got a big
Also
dog,
for a
then
big dog, it wouldn't.
yeah,
It
if you
wouldn't.
got a huge dog, then we got something we would swap that out for. We would swap it out for a glass break sensor. And it kind of does the same thing. Pretty much does the same thing. It just detects any glass, any like glass breaking. So like if someone was to break into the home, or even it even works like let's say you were to drop a glass. If you had your system on and you had a glass cup and dropped it, it would set the alarm off too.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
very so
That
you almost answered my next question because I was going to ask when a person gets a security system, we're only thinking the minimal things. It's going to let me know that somebody's breaking in, but what other things are included in that system that's a safety measure? And like you said, the dropping the glass and breaking it is something that triggers the alarm. Like what else is inclusive that is not always explained or expected?
For sure. So something that is big that sets ADT apart from all other security systems is it is a cellular base, meaning that it's ran off the cell towers. Most security systems are Wi-Fi based. So let's say it's a terrible storm and power goes out. 9 times out of 10, most people's security is going to be off too. But with ADT, you with
Oh.
it being cellular base, if your lights go off, but power goes off, your cameras will go off because the cameras are Wi-Fi, ran off of the Wi-Fi, but your actual system won't. With the ADT, you get a backup battery that lasts up to 72 hours. So if the power is out, you'll be able to your backup battery will kick on, and your system still will be up and running because it's ran off those cell towers.
And that's not an extra charge for the backup battery. That's an automatic with the whole system.
Automatic. Yeah, that's automatic.
Yeah. Well,
That's probably
that
And
what
I
makes
guess
it
it's hard
great.
for you to price it because there's so many different things that a house could, like different windows or whatever. So it's hard to say what your pricing is, right?
Like yes and no. The thing is, so if you with you going through, if you were to call the 1-800 ADT number, that's why it's better to actually go through an authorized dealer. Each authorized dealer has their own like promotions that they do. So
Okay.
with ours, we're able to give out free equipment and free installation, and your monthly monitoring rate is guaranteed. It's a 36-month contract with ADT. And the thing is, the difference is with corporate, a lot of times their monthly monitoring rates will go up or down, not even down, but it'll go up. 9 times nobody would be complaining if it was going down, but
Right,
but
right.
it's always it'll go up depending on the equipment that you get. So if you call ADT corporate, you pay for every piece of equipment that you do get. Rather, if you went through an authorized dealer like the one I work for, we're giving that equipment away for you free of charge. We're giving you the basic equipment free of charge, and you get your first camera free of charge. And then your monthly monitoring rate will stay the same the whole time throughout. So with you saying that, you don't, the amount of equipment kind of doesn't matter, if that makes any sense. Like your monthly monitoring really won't change, depending, unless you end up spending like, $2-3 grand, then that's when you can get like a separate kind of payment plan for the extra equipment that you got. But your actual monthly monitoring rate will never change. And that will range from like a $45.99 a month up to $63 a month.
So,
Okay.
So that being said, the average person that wants to start the process up front, they wouldn't have, like, what would they need to come to the table with to get their basic security system started if you said the equipment was free? They don't need
so all they would have to do is so there is a $99 activation fee, which is due 24 to 48 hours before the actual installation. But I run a referral-based program here in my company. So typically I'm referred over by that client's referred over to me. So they end up getting that $100, that $99 back with a $100 rebate check that's sent to the home 4 to 6 weeks after the installation. So that's why we say like it's free installation, because you end up getting it back, but they would need that $99 up front. And then after the installation's done, that the first day, like an hour after the installation's done, you will be charged your first month. So let's say you got the $45.99 package. That's not including tax, but so you would pay that first month, and you wouldn't be billed again until another 30 days.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's really good.
So you up front, you would just need that $99 2 to 3 days before the actual installation. That's charged. And then after the installation, be prepared to pay your first bill that day too.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what are some of the other advantages of having home security that could cut costs? I'm sure it would be insurance, right?
100%. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know, when you have an actual monitor system, you do qualify for a discount on your homeowner's insurance policy. So the way that works is after the installation, I'll be able, the rep or me, hopefully you're using me, I'll be able to I'll be able to email you over a certificate of installation, and you just present that to your insurance agent, and he or she will be able to knock off up to 15% off that insurance policy for you. And it just kind of depends. I've actually seen some people get up to like 20% off of their insurance policy. It just depends on who you have.
Oh, wow. That's really good. Because in these days, you need a break from the insurance.
Right.
I mean,
For sure. And it also
every
cuts
little
down
bit
their
helps.
costs too. So like people would think like, if I'm paying, let's say I'm paying 45, and then you get the 20% off or 15% off, it cuts down the cost on what you're actually paying too, If you're paying the 45, you're getting the discount on the insurance. That's money you're saving, you know what I'm saying? So you're actually not spending a full $45 on the actual security system. You may be spending 22 or something like that, per month.
So I'm going to explain the layman terms of the insurance, right? Layman terms. So people, I'm going to break it down. Within your mortgage payment, right? Because you got to hear it this way to understand it. Within your mortgage payments, there's your principal, there's your taxes, and then there's your insurance payment. So what Mr. Aaron is saying is, if you get that security system, that the insurance payment can be cheaper, which makes your mortgage payment cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Yeah, so it's a win-win, and
it's a win-win.
Yeah, I think for anybody who does not have a security system, a lot of times they're thinking like, oh, I can't afford any extra expenses or whatever. But Aaron has just told us how affordable it is and why it's so important. So can you talk to us about maybe some of your former clients that you work with, where just having that peace of mind of having the security system made a difference? So I'm sure you got stories of people where ADT was so valuable for them to have.
Testimonials.
Right.
Our listeners.
Testimonials.
Definitely do.
Testimonials.
One that definitely pops out in my head. I won't forget. I had a lady call in. I got her system hooked up and everything. She was in Baltimore, I believe. And maybe I want to say a week or so later, she calls me back like, "Hey, how you doing there? I'm doing good. How you doing?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm just calling. I want an extra." She wanted an extra like a tablet. So as I mentioned, you get the touchscreen control panel, but she wanted like one that was portable, which we also have too. I was like, "Yeah, that's no problem." I was like, "What? Like, what's the problem? With the other one?" She's like, "Yeah, I actually got someone actually broke into my home." And she was like, everything. When the first thing I asked, like, did the system work? You never know. And she was like, yeah, everything worked perfectly. She was like, they broke into the house. I ran upstairs, closed the door. And she was like, I heard that, once they heard the system go off, I heard them kind of run out the house. But she was like, I just wanted an extra tablet. So if I'm upstairs, I'm able to, arm or disarm it, or, able to alert the police upstairs while I'm upstairs.
Right.
But that was one that definitely had stuck out. It was funny because we both were like kind of laughing. And it wasn't a laughing situation. We were laughing, but she was like, "Man, I was so glad that I had that security."
Yeah.
For real. But
Wow.
kind of back what you were
Scary.
saying.
I mean, they broke in while she was in there?
Yeah, that's bold.
Was it nighttime?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even think so.
That's
Yeah, people are
scary right
wild.
Yeah.
That's why I said Baltimore too. I had to let you know where she was at.
but believe it or not,
wild.
though, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like
100%.
they're doing a lot of things that are really uncommon, as far as breaking into people's homes. But I did see something on the internet, and I wanted to ask you about it. And they're saying that they're going around now and they're taking off the doorbells, the one that is right at front of the door, right? And that is very easy to take off. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, whatever, right? So they actually use it as a promotion to promote a camera that you should have like in your window, right? That someone could not pull off no matter what. Do you have that with ADT? Do you have that camera that can sit in the window like that in addition to the doorbell camera?
So, like, is it an outdoor camera or is it like a camera that's inside the home that's facing outwards?
I think it's like an inside. It's more of an inside. I've seen it too.
It's like a little small square camera, and it just sits in the window.
Yeah.
And they can't get to that. Basically, they're using that as a thing to say that the doorbell, because it is exposed to the outside, can be just ripped off, and then they can go at it, whatever. But this particular camera sits in the window itself and still continues to tape and record because they can't access it. So I'm asking, do you guys have that? Or
so we do have an interior camera. If it's something that's like actually like kind of built into the actual glass, no. I know I'm pretty sure we don't have.
No, it's not built into the glass. It just sits in the window. It's just a
we have an interior camera. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay,
for sure.
So also,
but with people ripping off the the doorbell cameras, we also do like provide hardwiring too. So if you have it hardwired, you wouldn't be able just to come by and rip it off. A lot of times, if they're able to rip it off, if you give just like a door, like a ring or something like that, that's not hardwired.
Sticker on.
Right.
So I mean, if we are able to hardwire your cameras, all of your exterior cameras, so that people just can't, even like the doorbell camera, so people just can't come by and just rip those off.
Right. Okay.
Mine is hardwired, and even if somebody ripped it off, like I would see the video on my phone, so I would know who actually
right. Who did it.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, if they're doing that to access the property and there's no one home, that's that pointer will be gone. Yeah, you could do that, but I just noticed that that's something that's been in the news lately. I don't know if you were aware of it, but that is what they're actually doing now with that doorbell, because they know when they walk up to that doorbell that yes, it's at that point being recorded, but they don't no longer want it. Then they do away with your doorbell. So I mean, I'm just trying to find, you have to look at the crime from all angles. That's
100%.
right, side to side,
Right.
and figure out a way to.
So I have a question. Do you also do commercial or you just do residential?
Yeah, yes, we do. So we do commercial as well. It has to be no bigger than I want to say 10,000 square feet. So I mean, pretty much all commercial unless it's a huge building. Pricing is just a little different for commercial,
Okay.
but yeah, I am able to do commercial as well.
That's good. Okay, that's very, very good to know. So that
Another perk
Information.
Sorry, another perk for with like going back to kind of people ripping off those like doorbell cameras when going through Secure 24 ADT, we do you do have a warranty on all your equipment. Anything that's bought with us. So if someone did come by and rip off your doorbell camera, you just would have to, as long as you're an ADT customer, you would just have to reach back out to us, and we'll be able to get you a new doorbell camera too.
okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
something that
really,
is
really
not
good to know.
offered also through like corporate or anything along those lines. So
Is it a lifetime warranty or is it?
as long as you're an ADT customer.
Oh wow, that's really, really good to know.
Yeah.
Mm,
So awesome information, guys. So all of our
yes.
Yes. And look, my brain is twirling.
right, exactly right. You heard
Trying
it
to
here
think of some more questions, but at the same time, you giving a lot of information.
So we're going to definitely have to get his information so that we can give it out to
Absolutely.
anybody that is interested in getting ADT.
Yeah.
Realtor
So if
clients
you
or
can
other-
tell us right now how to get in touch with you, we'll make sure we have it in the chat and share it with everyone so they'll be able to get in touch with you. But if you can give us some information real quick, that would be
100%,
good.
yeah. So the best way definitely to reach me just would be calling my phone. My direct line 202-503-1918. It'll go directly to me, and I'll be more than happy to help anybody out. If you want to, you can look me up on LinkedIn. Just look up Aaron Lake. You'll see me at I guess you could say Secure 20. You can look up Secure 24 ADT Aaron Lake, and then I should definitely pop up there. And yeah, I mean, that's the best way to definitely reach me. I mean, I would just recommend definitely the phone is the best way to get a hold of me. And like I said, I'll be more than happy to help anybody out. I know that things are high right now, like pricing and everything. And I mean, but what people need to realize is that, I mean, when the home is like the biggest purchase that most people make in their lives, and it's almost like buying a car without you getting an alarm on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you wouldn't buy a car if you go spend 50 grand on a car and they tell you the alarm doesn't work, you're gonna have a problem with that. You got to realize that a lot of
I
people,
know I am.
Right. Right.
and a lot of people are spending triple that on a home, but wouldn't get security for it. It's just about really protecting your assets. And I'll be sure. I always make sure that my clients are happy with the purchase, and make sure I give you the best deal possible.
We can surely appreciate that. But
Definitely.
you do need to start thinking about protection. It's a lot of things that are happening out here today. And when people don't have, they start trying to take what you have. So it's a protection of your assets, but it's also protecting your family, to know that your family's protected.
There's no amount of money and that you can put on security to make sure your family is safe.
Yeah, because just to hear she was in the house, and I'm glad to know there's a mobile pad, that mobile pad, like you said, that you can have.
I never even knew you could do that.
Because you think there's some seniors that mainly stay upstairs, or
Right.
There's all types of situations that mobile pad will come in very handy. Because I know just showing houses sometimes, you're running in trying to find the pad on the wall so you can turn the alarm off. But if you have a mobile pad at home, you don't have to
And
get
I
up
didn't even know you
run.
could I never knew you could even have that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Was it an extra cost for her to have that, Aaron, or was that included? Was there another charge?
That was an extra charge. So it's like a Google Hub, kind of what she got. So almost like one of those for Amazon, how they have like that Alexa pad. Hey Alexa, it's kind of like that, but it's just a Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's excellent. I mean, you have given us a lot of information today concerning ADT. some people had little things in their head. They hear the ADT person calling in like, But no, the information you just shared, I would listen. I would listen.
I
So
need more
definitely,
people like you.
whenever I,
We're
I'm telling you, I'm
going to
definitely
get our listeners, and then as our clients come to us, Aaron is one of our referral partners, so we can get you connected with Aaron when you purchase homes from us. Then we'll make sure that you're connected and you have all of the right people in your corner to protect your assets. So thank you so much for joining us today, Aaron. We appreciate you. So
Yes,
thank you, thank
indeed.
you, thank you.
Thank
What
you for
are
having me
We
on.
are, hey, we are reliable realtors.
Providing exceptional service.
No need
no
to go
need to
far.
go far. Come on
Come
down.
on down to AMR.
Thanks for watching,
Thank you
guys.
so
Have
much.
a great day.
Have a great day.
Yes, happy
We
Mother's
love you guys.
Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers here and those that are gone.